Cancel culture has become a hot topic in recent years, more notably in music, movies, TV, and of course, if you've seen by Hogwarts Legacy this last couple months, gaming. My God, has cancel culture been everywhere in regards to that. And it has definitely sparked many debates among people. It's a phenomenon and that's popped up with the social media age where people or groups of people, individuals, get canceled. That's the term, canceled, or boycotted for actions or statements that are deemed offensive or problematic. It's all subjective, honestly, really. And we're seeing it more and more, like almost every day, especially with more public figures and people that are deemed celebrities. And on paper, and I'm not saying I believe in cancel culture and that I'm for it, but on paper, it may seem like it is a way to hold people accountable for certain actions or lack of action, but there's definitely, in my humble opinion, more downsides to cancel culture than anything possibly positive that could come out of it. So cancel culture has had a significant impact on individuals and society as a whole. If you've seen in recent years, we've had J.K. Rowling, Johnny Depp, just to name a couple. And I feel it creates a toxic environment where people as a whole are afraid to express opinions or speak their minds. Personally, for me, I feel like I haven't really been myself on my YouTube channel for years. I've tried to refrain from certain things being talked about, even if it wasn't me. Like if I'm streaming and I see somebody complaining about gender roles or race swaps with characters in movies like Little Mermaid or the Marvel stuff, I kind of used to say, hey guys, let's avoid talking about that, because I didn't want any kind of unhinged like fighting going on in my comments. You know, it definitely made me kind of afraid for any kind of like discourse that could be twisted into some huge narrative. But I'm over that now, obviously. I don't give a shit anymore. In the gaming community, we've seen it through the cancellation of game developers, like, you know, the people that made Atomic Heart, the people that made Hogwarts Legacy. Streamers have also been canceled as of late. We've seen it seems like twice a year PewDiePie does something to piss somebody off. Recently, Mr. Beast was attempted, you know, by the cancel culture mob over his video about helping people with their blindness. We've also seen streamers like Girlfriend Reviews get attacked for playing Hogwarts Legacy. Now, don't get me wrong. Outside of cancel culture, it is important to hold people accountable for actions. But cancel culture, once it gets involved, often goes way too far. Like there's no bounds. There is absolutely no bounds with it. And it just basically leads to a complete destruction of someone's reputation and career. And there's like no redemption road for them. Now, don't get me wrong. If somebody's a pedophile or hurts women and kids or other individuals, fuck them, right? But some people get canceled for fucking first world problems. Some people get canceled for not even things that actually happen. There's lots of false allegations, false accusations, things like that, where it's like, wow, that person did not deserve to have their career fucking go in shambles over bullshit, which is why I'm glad stuff like the Johnny Depp thing went the way that it did. Now, one of the most glaring problems of cancel culture that causes this destruction of people is the fact that cancel culture lacks due process. There's no due process at all. People often jump to conclusions. They make judgments without knowing all the facts. They don't hear all sides of the story. They take whatever they see as fact and they jump with it. And that leads to a problem. There's no due process. You know, it's a court of public opinion, which, to my public opinion, the court of a public opinion, the opinion of the court of public opinion to me is that fuck off. You know what I mean? This can be seen in the gaming community as of late with cancellation of games like, you know, the whole Hogwarts Legacy shit, the Atomic Heart stuff, developers due to rumors or hearsay. Some of it is warranted. Some of it's warranted. We've seen developers in the past be exposed as absolutely corrupt and stuff. But the main thing to remember when it comes to all of this, not just in gaming, but cancel culture in general, is that it's important to gather all of the facts before making a decision and give people the opportunity to defend themselves. And, you know, I've seen it happen with close personal friends. I've seen it attempted to myself, where people will just hammer you and hammer you and hammer you and not give you a chance to defend yourself. And then when you do, they claim that that's guilt. Oh, you're guilty. You're only apologizing or defending yourself because you're backed in. Oh, no. All right. Again, it's important to get all the facts. It's important to hear all the sides. It's important to give people a chance to redeem or defend themselves. Because on top of that, let's be completely fucking honest here. Cancel culture can also be seen as a form of censorship. And people are silenced or canceled for expressing opinions or views that might not align with what they think, what the cancel culture mob thinks. For example, J.K. Rowling. Or as of late, I've been coming under fire for what I say in my videos. I'm being called political. Why are you so political? When I'm keeping it strictly to gaming. Like this is related to the content. You know, I'm not endorsing a political candidate. I'm not endorsing a political party. I'm just giving my opinion on Hogwarts Legacy or Atomic Heart or limited run games. And it's not my fault that you're too much of a fucking snowflake to distinguish the fact that people are going to have different opinions about yourself. So, while it is important to call out problematic behavior, like let's say there's somebody out there that is just a fucking vile human being, cancel culture often goes too far and it leads to suppression of free speech. Like, I'm not saying come out here and say anti-Semitic and racist things, but don't get mad and try to cancel somebody because they give an opinion about some kind of situation or some kind of like trending topic. And then on top of that, you got to think of the individual that's attempted, you know, that's being attempted to cancel. Like, you got to think of the individual and you got to think of their mental health. Somebody being canceled could definitely face a significant impact on their mental health. And being canceled or boycotted can be a traumatic experience for individuals. It can lead to depression. It can lead to anxiety. It can lead to other mental health issues. In the gaming community, this can often be seen through streamers being canceled or content creators being canceled for their past mistakes. Some of it might be, you know, in hindsight warranted. Some of it just might be like, why the fuck are they going so hard on the guy? I think it's important, again, to hold people accountable, but it's also important to show empathy, to show understanding towards people who are being canceled. I, God forbid, never want to see somebody choose to do something tragic because they're being canceled. And I do not condone targeted harassment. I don't condone bullying. I don't condone any of that stuff. I don't condone canceling somebody. Again, all of this has been, where does this tie into gaming? We've been seeing it prominent. A lot of streamers in recent years have gotten it or attempted to. Again, I've PewDiePie, Mr. Beast. We've also seen other influencers throughout the years. If you follow the commentary community, it's like, who the fuck is the newest guy that's getting canceled this week? You know what I mean? And then, of course, we've seen the Hogwarts Legacy stuff. We've seen boycotts. We've seen people get attacked. Things like that. And it's not, oh, I'm like, if you choose to no longer support somebody, that's fine. It's the cancel culture aspect behind it. It's the mob, the cancellation mob behind it. It's the getting together as a group and fucking attacking somebody to the point where you're trying to ruin their career. that I don't agree with. Because, yeah, cancel culture may seem like a good way to hold people accountable, like I said, but it goes too far. It leads to the suppression of free speech. There's a lack of due process. It has negative impacts on mental health. There's way more negative that I see than any positives that could come out of it. And I feel as a gaming community, we should strive to create an environment where people can express opinions, whether you like them or not. Hogwarts is a perfect example of that. And also opposite views without fear of being canceled, while also holding individuals accountable for actions that are justified to be held accountable to. Playing a fucking video game is not an action to cancel somebody. So seeing Silvervale or BeatEmUps or Girlfriend Reviews go on hiatus or quit content creation at all is ridiculous. Like playing a video game is such a first world problem to cancel somebody. And they weren't even the person who did anything. Like the person that those people are mad at is J.K. Rowling, and then they're attacking people that are playing a video game for it. So that's just my thoughts on content creation and cancel culture with it. The downside of cancel culture, you know, exploring the impact of it, you know, cancel culture on individuals or society as a whole. And it's being seen a lot more prominent with the social media age, and I don't like it. So let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Thank you for watching.